The Cubs' power was on full display last night by the Bay. Plenty enough for Jake Arrieta to get his Major League leading 16th win. The Cubs are streaking again in August. It's a late night of Cubs baseball here on Comcast Sportsnet. Gorgeous here in San Francisco. The Cubs an 8-5 winner last night. Game 2 of a 3-game midweek series, and let's update the National League wildcard standings. The Cubs continue to put space between themselves and the Giants, leading by 7.5 for the second wildcard spot. The Pirates a winner tonight in Miami, leading the first wildcard by 2.5. Great to have you with us from San Francisco, Jim DeShays and Len Casper. The Cubs an 8-5 winner last night, so they've won 6 in a row. They're 5-0 against the Giants, and the storyline here lately has been the big bats.
Yeah, and it continued to be the storyline here last night as the Cubs clubbed the 3 home runs. They made this big ballpark play awfully small last night. Kyle Schwarber got it started with a 3-run blast off Matt Cain, his 12th on the year. Miggy Montero's hit home runs in 3 consecutive games. He's been red hot. Everybody contributing for the Cubs these days. Starlin Castro had his best night of the year. He had 3 hits, including that long home run.
That home run, his first in over 2 months, and Starlin is back in the lineup tonight. And let's break down some of the numbers. The Cubs leading the National League in second half home runs, 40 here in the month of August, and they've also hit better with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, the approach has been outstanding. They're still working their walks. It's not like they're just going up there bailing and flailing, but when they get a mistake pitch, they're taking full advantage.
Kyle Hendricks and Jake Peavy, the pitching matchup tonight, but we need to go back to last night. Jake Arrieta with another quality start, and he leads the major leagues in wins.
Now has the second best ERA in the National League. He's on an unbelievable run. Consecutive quality starts since 1914. Jake Arrieta has reeled off 13 in a row now, trailing the likes of Maddox, Warnke, Alexander, and the great Hippo Vaughn.
Giants 2.5 behind the Dodgers in the West, and as we mentioned, they're way back of the Cubs for the second wild card. When we return, Jason McLeod, the Cubs Executive VP of Scouting and Player Development, will chat with our Patrick Mooney. Our Cubs insider all season long on Comcast Sportsnet, brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Patrick had a chance to talk with Cubs Executive Vice President of Scouting and Player Development, Jason McLeod. How about that Kyle Schwarber, Jason?
Well, we always look for a left-handed hitter with speed and on-base capabilities. So, yeah, we thought he would be doing this 12 months later. But, no, it's been a lot of fun. And just seeing how he's handled everything that's been thrown at him and, seeing the presence and personality that he's brought to the team. I think he's obviously fit in very well, and certainly the production helps. But, watching all these guys on this over the last month, it's been a lot of fun.
Looking at Kyle and all your off-season discussions, your spring training meetings, was this ever on the radar? I mean, was that a realistic option of him coming up and being this big of an impact guy for you guys?
Yeah, I think as we evaluated him last year when he got into the summer, in theory, we thought this was an advanced enough bat that he could possibly come up and help us, maybe late August, September of this year. But then when he went out and had the spring training he did, and in those first 2 months in Tennessee, I know when I went and saw him at the end of April and watching the way he was controlling his at-bats and the damage he was doing in Double-A, I talked to Theo then about it. I said, this guy could help us this summer offensively. The catching was still a work in progress, but, it just speaks volumes to him and the type of player he is, and obviously what we thought about in the draft when we took him.
Do you still think catching is a realistic option down the road, that's still part of his future, ideally?
I do think it's an option down the road, because he's committed to it, he's determined to do it. Ultimately, what's best for the team is where he's going to end up. But Kyle's a guy that's very driven, and like I said, from the day that we talked to him in spring training last year, 2014, he's been so committed to catching, and we have invested a lot of time with him, with Mike Borzello and Tim Cousins and everyone, and he continues to do the work, pregame before the gates are open. People don't see it, so. That's still to be determined, but right now it looks like he's in a pretty good spot.
Chris Bryant looked a little tired around the All-Star break, and it seems like he's kicked it into gear here now in August. What have you seen from him, and have you ever seen any moments of frustrations? Because it seemed like he's been so cool throughout this whole process, really being kind of having a target on his back as soon as he showed up in spring training.
Yeah, I don't think outwardly just we've seen frustration from him, because he's a guy who's so even-keeled, even through the tremendous year he was having in the minor leagues last year, to how he dealt with all the the hoopla surrounding him when he got called up. He's a very professional, even-keeled guy. I'm sure when he was going through some of the struggles, I'm sure inside it was eating at him somewhat, but he's got a process and a mindset of coming in and working every single day, and that helps him, I think, not get too low. Or when he's hitting walk-off home runs, the next morning he's going to be the same guy. He's going to come to the park. He's going to work on his approach. And, I think it takes some, certain type of makeup to do that. And it's been fun to watch him handle the ups and downs of this season so far.
Always good stuff from Jason McLeod. Good to have him on this trip. The Cubs tonight go for their 7th consecutive win. We'll have the starting pitching matchup and all the action from San Francisco. Former Cy Young Award winner, the Cubs have actually fared pretty well against guys who own that hardware. They'll also face the reigning World Series MVP tomorrow, Madison Bumgarner. And you see, JD, the Cubs have won 5 of 6 against guys who have won that Cy Young.
Yeah, well, John Lester pitched brilliantly in the game against Kluber on Monday. Peavy, a former Cy Young Award winner, no longer has that top of the rotation stuff, but certainly he's got a great resume. Madison Bumgarner and Clayton Kershaw, 2 of the best in the business, and the Cubs will deal with those 2 fine gentlemen here in a matter of just a couple of days.
Kyle Hendricks will get the start for the Cubs. He actually hasn't been great. Last 5 starts, a .561. Before that, he was a lot better. But the Cubs are giving him run support. They have won his last 5 outings. So Hendricks for the Cubs, Peavy for the Giants, and we'll get it going right after this on Comcast Sportsnet.
To you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT, mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Let's get right into the Cubs Southwest starting lineup, and it's a very interesting one tonight. Kyle Schwarber will be in the leadoff spot for the first time since college. Starlin Castro, off a great night last night, is in there, and he's going to bat second. Coughlin, Rizzo, Bryant. Montero, as J.D. mentioned, with a 3-game homer streak. Chris Denorfia in. Dexter Fowler a little banged up. We'll tell you about that in a second. Hendricks, the pitcher, 8th. And Addison Russell, a new dad, is back and hitting 9th.
Defensively, the Giants with a little different look tonight as well. Aoki remains in left field. Juan Perez, a late addition to the lineup. Gregor Blanco scratched, so Perez gets a start in center field. Marlon Byrd is the right fielder. Duffy at third base. Adrianza spells Brandon Crawford, who's banged up at short. Tomlinson and Belt second first. Buster Posey behind the plate, and the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Peavy. First name Jake, making his 12th start, 3-6, 4.35 the ERA.
If tonight's Cubs leadoff hitter gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. And Kyle Schwarber was trying to park one in the Cove. He swings and misses. 68 degrees. Gorgeous day in San Francisco. Turned into a lovely evening as well. Cut it that time as a strike. Top of the zone. 0-2.
Yeah, kind of a late call there by Ryan Blackney, the home plate umpire, and Schwarber casting his eyes back as if to say, "Are you sure about that?"
Popped him up. It's going to drop. Schwarber to second. Peavy, Posey, and Duffy were all together, and nobody caught it.
Wow.
It's a double.
What a way to start a ball game.
Benny's in Make-A-Wish, Illinois, say thank you very much.
You see, because of the shift, Duffy's got a long way to go. Ultimately, you would want him handling this ball. Peavy certainly capable, so he gets into the mix with a little bump, and then both guys separate. And Schwarber doesn't give up on the play. You never know.
Well, he hit it a long way up. And one strike on Starlin Castro.
Kyle Schwarber might play 15 years in this league. He'll never have a cheaper double than that one.
Slowly chopped to third, and Schwarber better hurry, and it's foul. Well, that would have been fun. Ryan Blackney is the home plate umpire. Gary Cedarstrom, the crew chief, at first. Jim Wolf at second. And Lance Barksdale is over at third.
Yeah, a bit of a risky go there by Schwarber on that little ground ball, but ends up being foul, and a reset here for Castro. Big night last night for Starlin. Hit the ball in the screws all night long. 3 hits. Could have had 4. Hit the ball hard his last time up. It was run down in deep right center.
You're wondering how far did that pop up double fly? 14 feet. Still 0-2. I mentioned this in Chicago on August the 9th. You'll hear Jake Peavy grunting out there. Doesn't throw nearly as hard as he once did. But he definitely is a max effort guy, and he had to work extremely hard to get out of the first inning against the Cubs at Wrigley.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit more of an aggressive mindset here tonight, attacking with that fastball.
Schwarber back to the bag this time. Duffy just gets Castro at first. And it'll bring up Chris Coghlan. 3rd consecutive start in right, with Jorge Soler on the disabled list. So Dexter Fowler's a little banged up. He fouled a ball off his leg last night, got hit by a pitch in the hand on Monday against Cleveland. So with him out of the lineup, Joe Madden needed a new leadoff guy. He had actually considered Schwarber earlier as a leadoff hitter, but decided to stick with Fowler 1, Schwarber 2. And tonight he goes with the 22-year-old rookie. And sure enough, he's on base, even though he shouldn't be. And a 1-0 to Coghlan. Bounced foul.
Nice play by the ball, dude.
Can you name all the leadoff hitters the Cubs have used this year? They've used six
leadoff hitters.
Well, 2 should be easy.
Fowler.
Yeah.
Schwarber. Coghlan's let off, hasn't he?
He has 5 times. Denorfia, Castro, and Soler.
Well, I would never guess Soler.
Yeah, he did it once.
He might have got around to Castro.
Well, Schwarber told reporters before the game something to the effect of, I'm the leadoff hitter in the first, and then I'm not.
Well, you're just a hitter. You know, I'm sure Joe told him, don't try to change your approach. I'm putting you up there because I think you have the skill set that fits the job description, and you see a lot of pitches. You'll take your walks. And if we give you something to hit, you'll hit it hard. And that pretty much fits any hitter, regardless of where they are in the batting order. The Cubs have a lot of guys who are very patient. That's why they lead the world in pitches per plate appearance. That's why the Giants know full well how difficult it is to get starting pitchers deep into the game against them. It hasn't happened at all for the Giants against this club.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Cubs trying to grab an early lead. They have only trailed the Giants in 1 inning in the first 5 games of this season series. That's it. Off the outside corner, 3-2. One of the storylines in this season series here in the month of August has been the Giants starting pitchers. They are collectively 0-5 with an 8.59 ERA against the Cubs. They've only pitched 3 more innings than the Giants bullpen has against the Cubs. Fouled off of third. Duffy, no play.
Well, it's interesting because the Cubs, it's not just a matter of 1 or 2 guys getting hot. You look at their numbers over the last week or so, and just about everybody who gets regular playing time is doing damage. 5 home run games, 4 home run games. Last night, three left the yard.
Good grindy at bat here for Chris Coughlin. Another 3-2 and another foul.
A little cutter there down and in. Peavy likes to throw that cut fastball. Velocity 89 to 92 for Peavy. He'll throw a lot of cutters. Throws a curveball and a change as well.
He's from Mobile, Alabama. 34 years old. 15th round pick of the Padres, 1999. What a great value they got in Jake Peavy.
3-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner in 07.
2 Major League ERA titles. 2004, 2007. And a lot of mileage on that right arm. Missed a big chunk of time in the first half with back and hip issues. This is only his 12th start. He's having trouble putting away Coughlin. And he walked him. Two on for Anthony Rizzo. Trying to inch that on base percentage up over 400 again. Driven in 26 runs over this 25 game stretch, in which the Cubs have lost only 4 times.
His back need him. The life on his pitches looked better tonight than when we saw him at Wrigley. Quicker action on that cut fastball, a little better jump on the heater. Anthony Rizzo in this ballpark has not had a lot of success. A 190 hitter here. 8 out of 42. He has not gone deep in this yard. Need to check that box here sooner or later. This will be a good time to do it. Not the pitcher going to do it on, though. Tight curveball there by Peavy. 3-6, 4.35 ERA, but you look at his game log, start by start, he's been better than that.
One and two. Well, we're on the West Coast. Some games have gone final. I mentioned Pittsburgh a winner, 7-2 in Miami. Dodgers about ready to wrap up a win in Cincinnati, 6-4 in the ninth. On the ground to Belt. Going to be covering. 2 outs, second and third now. Justin Verlander had a no-hitter into the ninth against the Angels in Detroit tonight. He ended up pitching a complete game, 1-hit shutout. 5-0 Tigers the final. And we'll have more on the other games later.
How deep did he go? Is that no-hitter?
He went
into the 8th?
Into the
ninth.
Yep. Wow, it was a Chris Iannetta leadoff double.
That would have been his third. And that would have put him in fairly elite company. A handful of guys with 3 or more.
Chris Bryant has been hot. And he drills that one into center. Schwarber is in. Coghlan right behind him. Bryant on his way to second. He will be out there, but 2 runs score. Chris Bryant delivers. And before Kyle Hendricks even takes the ball, the Cubs have a lead 2-0 in the first. Giants Southwest starting lineup. They lead the National League in batting average. They're second in on base, third in runs, fourth in slugging. Aoki, Duffy, Belt 1 through 3, Posey, Bird, Tomlinson 4 through 6. Perez in, late scratch Gregor Blanco due to a hip. Adrianza playing short. Brandon Crawford has an oblique, and the pitcher Peavy hitting ninth.
Cubs defensively, you see Chris Denorfia out there in center field. He's making his 4th start in center this year, flanked by Schwarber in left, Coghlan right. Welcome back, Addison Russell, and congratulations on the birth of his child. He and Bryant on the left side of the infield. Castro Rizzo second first. Montero behind the plate. Lexus starting pitcher. Kyle Hendricks, the former Giant fan. He's made 24 starts, 6 up, 5 down, a 4.03 earned run average.
Yep, well, JT Snow of the Angels, and then Snow ended up here in San Francisco. Kyle became a Giants fan and making his AT&T Park debut. One strike on Nori Aoki. And that ball is deep to right, and it is gone. A home run for Aoki. 2-1 Cubs.
Number 5 for Aoki, who will surprise you every now and then. Typically, he's out on that front foot just trying to slap the ball, but he turns on this one. It's the Ford home run replay.
Did it hit one of those pillars out there? Looked like it was headed toward the cove, but it stayed in. Third homer to right in this series that has not found water. They still count the same. Here's Matt Duffy, and he takes the sinker outside for ball 1.
That's something that's been sorely lacking for the Giants. When you talk about all the home runs the Cubs have been hitting, the Giants have not been hitting for power at all. I mean, they have throughout the course of the season, but the last couple weeks they've had scuffling.
Yeah, they've been hemorrhaging. They're dealing with some injuries. They're not quite sure if Matt Cain will make his next start after he struggled in the ballgame last night. Duffy walks. The Dodgers last night snapped a 5-game losing streak. So the Giants just had a bad road trip, but actually gained a little ground on the Dodgers. So you'll just look at the NL West standings. They're still in good shape. The Dodgers did win tonight 7-4, the final in Cincinnati, so the Giants are 3 back, but still a long way to go. Here's Brandon Belt. They might get Angel Pagan back tomorrow. Sounds like that is the plan. We don't expect to see Brandon Crawford the rest of the series. He left early last night with some oblique discomfort. Blanco should be able to give them a pinch hit at bat, but it sounds like he can't run. This might be a Madison Bumgarner pinch
so
hit
essentially
tonight, right?
Probably a 2-man bench for the Giants, Susak and Maxwell. You don't expect to see Crawford, and limited availability for Blanco. Yeah, you could see Madison Bumgarner swing a bat here tonight.
That is pulled foul. Belt 2 homers in the series at Wrigley Field earlier this month. One was a 2-run blast off Hendricks. By the way, the Cubs made a roster move today. David Ross has been placed on the family medical emergency list. Throw to first and knocked down. Actually, Rizzo didn't knock it down. I think it hit Duffy.
Bill Hayes, the first base coach, tending to him, probably tell him, look, dude, you can't be hurt. We're running out of baseball players.
Like it got him in the right ankle.
Yeah, maybe. And then also he kind of lunged hard into the base, too, so there may have been a little bit of a twist of that ankle as he hit the bag. Bochy's going to chug on out there to check on him as well. And
former catcher Bruce Bochy out.
Yeah, look at those knees.
Yeah, so Ross on the family medical emergency list. He can be on that list for as many as 7 days and no fewer than 3. And Matt Caesar is back with the club for the 7th time this year. One more look.
There's the ball getting him, but I think the bigger issue is here as he lunges and then rolls that ankle a little bit. And if you've ever, playing basketball and you go up and you come down and land on somebody's foot awkwardly and you roll that ankle, that can be real scary. You get to that point where it really starts to bite and then it'll kind of back off a little bit. Sometimes it's just a matter of time of letting the pain subside, doing just what he's doing now, jogging a little bit.
Yeah, this has got to be a tough one for Bruce Bochy because, as you said, he really needs him to be okay. So for now, the kid stays in the picture.
Kyle Hendricks taking a couple warm-up pitches to stay loose here. Kyle last time out, no decision in a 5-3 win over the Braves. He went 5 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, but he walked 1, struck out 7, and he was really pleased after that ball game. Thought he'd made some progress. He'd been scuffling. His previous start against the White Sox, he went a season low 3 1/3. Working on some mechanical adjustments between starts. He feels like he turned a corner, so see if he can get out of this first inning jam and put a good night together.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Hendricks, and it'll bring up Buster Posey.
And that was a big part of it last time for him. He threw a lot of changeups in that last start.
So we made Greg Maddux comparisons. You always hate to make too many of those to the Hall of Famer in terms of the way Kyle goes about his business. I think the one thing about Maddux that some people might not have realized, he was a fastball pitcher even late into his career. He had good other pitches, but for the most part everything did work off that sinking fastball. That's the case for Hendricks. While he does not even hit 90 on most occasions, he throws that sinker 2 out of every 3 pitches.
That's why when he's right, he gets a lot of ground ball outs.
Duffy is on the move, and he's going to get the bag without a throw. So this fan base was upset that Kyle Hendricks tried to pick him off at first, but they liked the fact that Duffy eventually stole the bag.
Probably figures he might as well keep moving before it stiffens up on him.
High drive center field. A lot of room out there, and it's Chris Denorfia to make the catch. Duffy tags. And he's at third with 2 outs. Gets up slowly. Roberto Kelly might be telling him, Matt, don't try to be Superman. We really need you to stay in this game. Marlon Byrd, runner at third, 2 outs. He got him from the Reds last Thursday for a minor league pitcher.
Slugging numbers good for Marlon. Not hitting for average, doesn't walk much, but he does slug. And he does swing. He swings the bat more than any hitter in the league. In terms of percentage of pitches offered at. There's your leader.
Fifth 20-homer campaign for Marlon. birthday coming up. On Sunday, he'll turn 38.
You're making a liar out of me taking all these pitches.
I suppose he was due to take a couple.
Chance to drive in a run, you know he's hacking. Nope, not close enough.
2 walks in the inning by Hendricks, and they bring up the rookie second baseman Kelby Tomlinson. 19th major league game, his 12th start. Just a gorgeous vista. They aced this place, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they had a great advantage in the scenery around here, but yeah, they knocked it out of the park.
Giants built this park with private money. All kinds of development around it. Very festive. 23 first inning pitches already for Hendricks.
Say the Giant hitters taking a page out of the Cubs playbook, grinding out these at bats.
On the outside, 2-2. Swing, and nice move over there by Gary Cedarstrom to avoid getting hit. I think he should try out for the Rockies, but not bad. Full count.
Cubs had a comfortable lead for most of the night last night, but the Giants made it close late.
Hendricks has walked the bases loaded after the leadoff homer by Aoki.
Yeah, and I think a couple things at play here. One, you get ambushed with that leadoff home run. That could kind of scare you out of the strike zone a little bit. Two, though, it's mostly been patient approach by these Giant hitters. Kyle makes his money by working the edges of the strike zone, tempting guys, trying to get them to expand their zone, either to get swings and misses, but more often it's weak contact with pitches just right on the corner, just off the edges. And these Giant hitters showed very good patience in this inning.
Now, Cubs led 8-0 last night. They held on 8-5, but while Joe was happy the Cubs won, obviously he wasn't happy he had to use a lot of bullpen. Grimm, Hunter, Richard Strop, and Rondon actually got a save, and we probably won't see Hector tonight.
Yeah, with that big lead, he's hoping to stay away from the the trifecta of Grimm, Strop, and Rondon, the guys he really likes to have available to close out tight games. He felt like he had to make the move to Grimm, and as things got closer, it became Strop and Rondon. Hector has worked for the last 5 days, so he'll probably stay away from him tonight.
AT&T U-verse multi-view. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And it's the center fielder Juan Perez batting. Gregor Blanco has a left hip strain, so he was scratched late. One strike on him. He played second base late last night for the first time in his major league career. The shortstop Russell, throw to second late, and we are tied. So Tomlinson beat the throw to Castro, and it's 2-2.
No indications of any kind of a review coming from the Cubs dugout. That ball got in on Russell, and a late throw to second base.
Rizzo will pick it up, and he'll get Adrianza. Perez, by the way, got a fielder's choice. So each team with 2 runs in the opening inning.
Tickets are available for the next homestand to see the hottest team in baseball. The Cubs are back home on Monday. That would be the August the 31st. Reds are in town, and it will be followed by the Arizona Diamondbacks. As always, visit Cubs.com to purchase tickets and to get the latest game time updates. A lot of Cub fans in town, and let's check in on Justin Verlander, who had a no-hitter through 8 until this happened. Chris Iannetta right down the line to spoil it. Would have been, had he been able to finish it, his third. And then 32 pitchers with 2 no-hitters, but just 5 or 6 with 3 or more.
So 2 runs for each club in the first. There is a strong scent of garlic fries wafting through the ballpark
it's
at
wafting.
the moment.
We got some serious wafting going on here.
Strike on Miguel Montero. He has homered in 3 straight games for the second time in as many years. He had homers in 3 straight last year with the Diamondbacks. There it is. You can probably smell them through your television. They're terrific, but those will stay with you for a couple of days. Peavy's 0-2. Now 1-2.
Peavy, 34 years of age. You might think older. He's been around a long time. 142 wins in his big league career against 117 losses, 3.56 lifetime ERA.
Swing and a miss. He got him on a cutter for his first strikeout. Chris Denorfia lines to Belt. Peavy looking for a quick 1-2-3, and he's got a chance now with the pitcher coming up. Ahoy! I sail.
Hoist the mainsail.
We're looking for Dr. Leo Marvin out in the Cove. A strike on Hendricks. Well, Jake not real happy with himself.
A lot of 92s on that fastball, and I don't know if the gun's a little hotter here than it was when he pitched at Wrigley, but I don't remember him being consistently 92 in that start in Chicago.
2 bounces. Duffy gets Hendricks. Inning and a half in the books. 2-2. Night lights. Join CSN's Kelly Crawl for a half hour of scores, highlights, interviews, fan reaction, and more. Watch High School Lights premiering this Friday night at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet. Two-two tie. Jake Peavy will bat against Kyle Hendricks. Peavy 2 career home runs, 164 batter lifetime. 1-1. 1-2. And 1 out. That's his second strikeout. That ended up almost at third base.
Yeah, never mind the results, but sometimes you just watch the quality of the pitches a pitcher makes against the opposing pitcher. I mean, that curveball was the best one he snapped off tonight. It was a really good curveball. There was a good life on the fastball. A lot of it is just, it's born out of confidence that, you know, if I make my pitch, I'm going to have a good result. Sometimes you get, quote unquote, more dangerous hitters in there. You start thinking a little bit, you become a little more tentative. And sometimes, you know, it's that confrontation with the opposing pitcher that will turn a guy around. You just execute a couple pitches and you'll find that release point, and you can take off from there.
Aoki went deep to lead off the bottom of the first. One, two.
Number 5 for Aoki this year. He hit 10 his rookie year with the Brewers back in 2012.
Not much doubt about it. Back to live action. He dribbles one toward first. Hendricks off the mound, and he'll tag him. He's now retired 3 in a row after the Giants tied it. Trying to settle in here tonight, pitching in this park for the first time.
He's been here a few times as a fan, but the first time he's had an opportunity to pitch here. His last win came against the Giants on August 8th. Went 5 1/3, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs.
Russell makes his play, and the Giants go down quietly in the second. After 2, it's 2-2. September 2nd for an unforgettable night of amateur boxing, great food, and giving back to Chicago's youth. Located at the Ravenswood Event Center, Madden's main event will feature local youth boxers at various skill levels, as well as a special main event bout. For tickets and details, visit CubsCharities.com. Should be a great time next Wednesday in Chicago. Yeah, they're not big Dodger fans here in San Francisco. Did you learn to hate the Dodgers? Your cup of coffee you had here in San Francisco?
No.
What's the line? That glove only has 4 fingers. They gave the other one to the Dodgers.
I've never heard that line.
The middle one. They gave the middle one to the Dodgers. I knew I'd get it wrong. 1-1. Russell swings and misses. Congrats to Addison. His fiance Melissa, as they welcomed Aiden Kai Margallo Russell into the world. Back in Chicago, he missed the last 2 games. He tweaked his groin on Sunday, but nothing serious.
This could be a double.
Russell hustling. Catch made right on the back of the mound by Belt. Scouting report tonight has hit it straight up in the air.
Come to the ballpark at 9 a.m. tomorrow. They'll have somebody out there with a fungo hitting pop-ups to the infielders. This is a challenge, though. You got that high pop, you got the mound there, you got a lot of different guys converging. Nobody wants to yield and have it drop like it did last time. This time it's almost an error of too many gloves.
Schwarber
will tell Russell, you got to know where to hit that pop up. He just didn't place it well enough.
It is interesting, though, those pop-ups near the mound. There are some pitchers who they will not catch a pop-up, and they always want an infielder to do it. There are other pitchers like Travis Wood who want to catch everything. They don't want to act like a pitcher, and it can create some communication issues every once in a while. Duffy's got this one in foul ground.
Yeah, and ideally what the pitcher is supposed to do is kind of be the traffic cop up there, identify somebody who's in position to make a play and call everybody else off, and if need be, physically remove anybody else from the area. Because while they're trained, the converging infielders have got their eyes on the ball, the pitcher should have his eyes on the infielders and identify who's got the chance to make the play and just get everybody else out of dodge. Now the problem with the first one was because of the shift. So ideally you'd want your third baseman in there, but Duffy was playing way over, so he was kind of late to the party. Still probably would have been the best option there.
1-1 on Castro.
See the shift on. And Duffy's got a little longer to run than he would at his normal third base position.
Humpback liner to the center fielder Perez, inning over. Peavy has had back-to-back perfect innings. 2-2 tie in the third.
So use hashtag Northside DataStrong Fan, and you just might see yourself later in the game. Brought to you by T-Mobile.
A big group of Cubs front office employees in the ballpark here tonight. Here in LA as well. That ball deposited into right off the bat of Brandon Belt. Big Jim Obojkowicz, Cubs president of business operations, Crane Kenny, and Buster Posey's pant leg, I think. Allison Miller, Caitlin August, although Caitlin just got married, right, recently? What's her married name now? Oh, it's Caitlin August. Strike called.
I don't know. Somebody will tweet us.
Great of her husband's name, September. August, September.
Yeah, there was an old Tuesday Weld kind of thing. Remember Tuesday Weld? She was an actress. Saw about Tuesday Weld if she married Bobby Orr, divorced him, married Rick Monday, and so on and so forth. She'd be Tuesday or Monday night, March the 3rd. She would marry Frederick March the 3rd at the end. So, yeah, she married Bobby Orr, divorced him, married Rick Monday, divorced him, and marry Ray Knight, divorce him, and marry Frederick March the 3rd. Should be Tuesday or Wednesday night, March the 3rd.
Nice play, Russell. Castro. Oh, what a turn!
Wow, that gets me excited. Man, that's a big-time play.
Jim Deshaies out of his seat.
That is spectacular. Wow. How nimble is that? Feed right on the money. Castro does the rest. Oh, and if you're pitching, you're like, yes, sir. Wow. That's a big time play, man.
Russell again.
For your viewing enjoyment, one more time. This is what big leaguers do. This is why you pay the big bucks to come to the Major League Stadium.
That was awesome.
6 after the ball game. The first 1,000 kids 13 and younger with appropriate wristbands will be allowed on the field to run the bases, weather permitting. For more information on this program, visit Cubs.com/kids.
And we want to welcome all our Chicagoland viewers watching on Full Choice Communications in Hoopeston, Illinois. Caitlin Mahalik. That's her married name. Cubs front office. His belt will retire Coghlan.
You think you know somebody, right? Sorry, Caitlin.
We know Caitlin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, we're on a first name basis.
Len and JD are talking about me, and they don't know my last name. Crane goes, they've known you for 7 years, and they don't know your last name. Nicely done. We got it right eventually. Hit hard. Oh, what a play by Belt. Short hop pick.
He's go twice in that direction tonight. Belt flipped it to Peavy last time. This time takes it himself. That's a good look as he gets settled into ready position there, and then just kind of hangs in there and handles that hot shot. .44 pitches for Peavy. He was barely through the first inning in his start at Wrigley. With 38 pitches in the first in that start. Different guy here tonight. He's been different. You know, he's been really good in this ballpark since joining the Giants. Came over last year at the trade deadline. He really struggled with Boston, but pitched quite well for the Giants.
Bryant with a gapper, his second hit tonight. Motoring towards second, and he's got a double. So he stays hot in the inning alive for Montero.
He was hitting .423, 11 out of 26 coming into this game in his last 7 ball games, and among those 11 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs. So let's make him a 13 for 28 now, and add another 2 base hit to that ledger. It's been pretty impressive.
Comes a 1-0 from Peavy, and it misses.
It's joining the Giants last year. Peavy's made 11 starts in this ballpark. The Giants are 7-4 in those games. He has a .270 ERA here in this ballpark.
All right, you want the capper to the Caitlin story?
Yes.
She still goes by August at work.
Oh, okay.
So we did all that work, and we had it right the first time. But I wanted to get it right. I'm sure her husband would appreciate that as well.
We're like umpires. We're willing to. We'll take the review. We'll admit that we're fallible.
Send it to New York. That one was overturned. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Doing a lot of work at the top of the strike zone tonight, and Miggy's got that little uppercut action in his swing. He can be beat up there, but he's awfully quick. He can also get to that pitch from time to time.
He's run it full. Two-run shot last night off Matt Cain. He knew it. We'll do it again. Three called. Montero thought it was ball 4. So he'll have to put on the catcher's gear in a 2-2 tie. Fire invades Central Florida to face Orlando City. Coverage begins at 6 on CSN Plus. Tomlinson, Perez, Adrianza against Kyle Hendricks, and a strike.
Not that it matters to our viewers, but it's nice to share. That garlic smell is so strong right now, my eyes are watering.
It is very, very strong.
Unbelievable.
It kind of makes me feel like we should just have some, since I feel like we're going to walk out of here smelling like garlic fries anyway. Might as well get the benefit. Tomlinson, a 12th round pick, 2011. And a Texas Tech. Born in Chickasha, Oklahoma.
Staying away.
He got him. Meanwhile, there was a fan who ended up dropping everything. A Cubs fan, Chicago fan at least, Blackhawk shirt. Looks like he lost all of his food. And another fan lost most of his beverage. But that is the thrill of victory.
Well, the guy who got the ball should at least buy some garlic fries for the guy, the Chicago guy who lost it.
Sinker drops in for a strike. Perez, with a fielder's choice, got an RBI. And a ground ball to short in the first inning. That tied the game at 2. Well, everybody having a laugh. So I guess that's good.
He needs to police that area there.
Maybe clean up on aisle 4.
Good pitch. Looks like he's starting to get dialed in here. Got that big double play last inning. Really well executed sequence to Tomlinson. Good life on the sinker down here to Perez.
Dan Herron, Madison, Bumgarner tomorrow to wrap up the series. Bryant will cut it off. The spin, the throw, right on the money.
Just saying, well, I got to spin. I got to, after what Russell did, I got to at least do a little 360 action here.
We're getting a lot of tweets about the bullpens here. There is kind of a thing that's been floated out there over the years that they forgot the bullpens, and that's why they ended up on the field. That is actually not the case. Grant Brisbee wrote a piece a couple of years ago, CoveyChronicles.com, spoke to the senior vice president of facilities for the Giants, and they said that the bullpens are where they are by design, and one of the reasons, Wrigley Field. Bullpens were on the field at Candlestick and at Wrigley. Nice play, Starlin Castro. 2-2 after 4. Offer 90-minute guided tours that include a chance to step on the field. This must-see Chicago attraction houses over 100 years of history. For more information, visit Cubs.com/tours. Not too difficult to spot Cub fans in the ballpark here in San Francisco. See a lot of Cubs blue in the seats. Just Denorfia fouls. A couple of former Padres matching up. Denorfia and Peavy. .34-year-old righty deals and a cut and a miss.
Pretty sharp here tonight, Peavy. This is Denorfia had not faced Peavy prior to tonight.
Cubs with a couple of under the radar minor league signings here the last few days. Outfielder Quentin Barry, it's a AAA deal, and former Cub Emilio Bonifacio, who's been cut loose by the White Sox, is back in the Cubs organization, and those guys could be intriguing bench options. Barry bringing the speed element, Bonifacio that, and the super utility component.
Trying to always want to cover all your bases as you contemplate a postseason run.
He walked him.
Important to have flexibility, important to have speed, a guy who could change a game late with his legs.
Told Kelby Tomlinson's hometown is Chickasha, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Gotta get it right. Spun it through it.
There, yeah. Kind of jabbed at it. Is that just down the road from Chickasha?
No, I think it's the same place. Belt, and they will get Denorfia. Nice job by Hendricks just to run, because if he had done what Corey Kluber did the other day, that would have been a double play.
And you see that a lot with the pitcher up there, and he pops the bunt up and he's frustrated and forgets to run, and it turns out to be a double play, and that's a very difficult read for Denorfia, because if he drifts too far off to beat a potential force play at second, if the ball's caught, he could be doubled off. No choice but to wait on a popped up bunt.
Outside on Russell. Schwarber on deck. Bartolo Colon 11-11 as the Mets beat the Phillies again 9-4 in Philadelphia.
Mets continue to pound the baseball.
They've got a chance for a 4-game sweep tomorrow night. Grounded to the shortstop, Adrianza. Tomlinson, Belt, 2. 6-4-3. Peavy's pumped up, and we're still tied in the 5th. matchups in baseball. Reserve your place in line for history in the making by joining the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list. That guy's looking for his glasses.
I know they're around here somewhere.
Well, all the runs came in the first inning, nothing since. That's a strike to Peavy.
A little bit off the mark in that first inning. He allowed the leadoff home run to Aoki and then ended up walking 3 in the inning. And since then, his command has been much better. Cubs have won his last 5 starts.
Right field foul.
Cubs are winning almost everybody's starts. They've won 21 of 25. The Cubs have not seen a stretch like that since 1936.
Furthermore, they've had 3 winning streaks of at least 6 games during this stretch. First time they've had 3 6-game winning streaks over 25 games since 1903.
I'll see your Cub factoid and raise you a Cub factoid. They also have the best road record in the league. They've won 15 of their last 20 road games.
I'll top you. They've gone 500 or better in 7 consecutive road trips dating to May. What else you got? You take us back to the 1800s somehow?
I don't know. We had a Hippo Vaughn reference on the pregame, the graphic on Arrieta, the great Hippo Vaughn.
We'll get back to Cap Anson at some point.
Not just in the National League, but best road mark in Major League Baseball.
All right. Top this. All right. According to Elias, the Cubs have won 11 in a row against defending World Series champions. Swept the Giants in 2013, swept the Red Sox 2014, and they're 5-0 against San Francisco this year.
That's a very good factor.
Got him.
I will lay down my sword.
Valiant effort, sir. And Peavy with a valiant effort. Hendricks wins this one. Aoki got him for a leadoff homer in the first. He's 1 for 7 in the series. He has been on the DL twice this year due to hit by pitches. We'll go 1 to 3. All right, I have a question for you. Do you buy the theory that deep October runs can possibly create a little fatigue when you get into August of the following year? That you have an extra month? I have heard that theory thrown out there about the Giants. We've had deep runs 3 of the last 5.
Yeah, I'd have to have a lot of evidence. You know, somebody would have to make an overwhelming case to make me buy into that one.
Busy night for Russell, and that's it. Giants done in the 5th. Cubs 2, San Francisco 2. Jake Peavy said something to Kyle Schwarber, and Kyle was like, what? What are you talking about? Our Xfinity high-speed action.
I don't know, man. I don't know why he's upset.
And Jake out of the game and pointing and ranting. And after the game, he said he was upset that Schwarber was not getting into the batter's box.
But the best part, the best part about that rant is like his teammates are just completely disregarding him. They're just like, well, just Jake being Jake.
He started the quote with, "I'm not trying to start anything." With this pace of game thing, especially for a young guy, and he's playing well, but just get in there like Rizzo, who got in there behind him. It's kind of fun. Game time, police.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it just the surprising thing for me was that he went there in the post game, because in the heat of battle, guys do a lot of irrational things, but normally in the post game, they'll back off a little bit. And by the way, that shot we had of Peavy in the dugout, if you're going to get an actor to portray him, it would be Gary Sinise as Lieutenant Dan. No, not Gary Sinise, but Gary Sinise when he was Lieutenant Dan. When he was really mad. That was the kind of look Peavy had going.
Good call. One and one to count.
With us and heard Jason McLeod with Patrick Mooney in the pregame, and Jason talked about how Schwarber was organizing his at-bats down in the minor leagues. We've seen the same thing here. Not that he doesn't swing and miss. He'll chase some high fastballs. He'll go out of the zone occasionally, but typically he does what you want any good hitter to do, and swing at hittable pitches. And swing hard when he gets something in the zone.
Putting together a terrific month of August, and Elias reporting the first Cub in the modern era. That's since 1900 to hit a dozen homers in his first 42 career games. Tomlinson bobbles and Schwarber safe. That's the one thing about the shift. The ball was not hit very hard. Tomlinson had a long way to go to get it. It'll be a hit. How about his 2 hits tonight?
Yeah, pop up about 20 feet out in front of home plate. Now this ground ball to second base. Even if handled cleanly, this is going to be a bang-bang play at first.
Runner goes. Rolled up the middle. They will stay out of the double play as Castro grounds out to Adrianza. There's Coughlin. Padres edged the Nationals in Washington tonight 6-5. Justin Upton hit 2 homers, knocked in 3. So the Nationals now 6.5 back of the surging Mets. Cardinals leading at Arizona 3-1. They're in the top of the 7th. Check that top of the 8th. And they've got the lead on Colton Wong double in the 7th, and then Matt Carpenter made it 3-1 on an RBI single. Paul Goldschmidt and Mark Reynolds have homered for their respective teams. 0-2 to Coghlan. And there's a 4-game series that'll wrap up tomorrow night. Astros took 2 out of 3 in New York. After that 1-0 loss Monday, they won 15-1 last night, and earlier today 6-2. Colin McHugh has 14 wins.
The former Met. (14-7) with a 392, and I believe I read earlier today it's the 9th consecutive game the Astros have allowed 2 runs or fewer.
Schwarber on his way to third, and he'll get it. Doesn't even have to slide. No throw as the pitch was in the dirt.
There's a leadoff man out there flying around. I told them before the game, I said, hey, you're leading off. You got to steal a couple of bases. You got an infield double, an infield hit, a steal a third. It's like Ricky Henderson out there tonight.
With that win today, by the way, Houston now is 71 wins, more than their 70 all of last year. The Cubs next win will be number 74. They won 73 last year, so a lot of comparisons have been made between these two organizations and how they've built things, and on very parallel tracks at the moment.
Yeah, both organizations, both franchises, people expected to do really good things in the coming years, but it's happening sooner than most thought. And to see that kind of a leap forward one year to the next is very rare.
Rizzo on deck. Coghlan in a 3-2 count. The go-ahead runs at third, infield in. Crushed foul.
Greg Peavy was trying to throw that comeback 2-seam fastball, the one he struck Montero out with back in the 4th inning. And Coghlan would have none of it. Just dropped the head on it.
Kick, the pitch. Out of play. Third base side. Twins won again. Their 6th in a row. Beat the Rays 5-3. Brian Dunsing in relief over Chris Archer. Yankees are leading the American League wild card race right now. The Twins have the 2nd spot, but a lot of teams right on their heels. Another 3-2. It's outside, ball 4.
Great at bat. Second walk worked by Coghlan tonight. He walked and scored first time up.
Rizzo's hit the ball twice to Brandon Belt on the ground.
David Price pitching on his 30th birthday for Toronto tonight. He must have asked for run support. Jays beat the Rangers 12-4.
Stretches the Jays lead to 2 games in the American League East. All the way.
I think Anthony had that curveball in the back of his mind, was a little tardy on that heater.
Hunter Strickland heading out to the Giants bullpen. Double play depth around the infield. The pitch. Shank foul, 0-2.
It may just be that Anthony's letting that ball travel because he wants to make sure he can get the ball in the air with that man on third base, stay out of the double play.
Peavy home. And that Pirate win in Miami, all the runs came in the first 2 innings. 7-2 the final. That is a 4-game series. It'll end tomorrow. Pirates have won 2 of the first 3. Jeff Locke over Chris Narveson. Struck him out. Big punch out for Peavy. It's only 2 outs. Hang on. The CSN Orchestra jumping the gun a bit. Fellas. Not over yet.
It appeared to be that Anthony was maybe thinking curveball early and was behind a couple of fastballs, but after 3 straight fastballs, Peavy drops the hook on him. A really well executed sequence there by the veteran right-hander at a crucial time.
Bryant has batted twice with 2 outs. In the first inning, he singled home 2. In the 4th, nobody on, he doubled.
We'll see how aggressive Peavy is with him here with Montero on deck. Even though Montero's a left-handed hitter, Bryant's had the better swings against him. Montero was punched out twice. Pretty aggressive there. Just would love to have that one back.
Lifted to right. This will get Peavy out of the inning. And Marlon Bird's got it. Now you can cue the band. 2-2 in the 6th.
Suite located on the Nuveen Investment Suite level. Watch the game with a former Cub player and listen to classic stories about life as a Cub with a luxury food and beverage package and a unique gift for each guest. The Legend Suite is the most exclusive way to watch a Cubs game. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Brandon Belt looks at ball one.
Hendricks has been cruising along here. This is obviously a very important inning. Middle of the order, gets their third look at him. Ooh. Don't get the letter high changeup called very often.
Peavy getting through 6. He is the first Giant starter in the 6 games of this season series to go beyond 5 innings. Two and two.
Belt, he hasn't homered in a while. He's stuck on 17. It's been 13 games for him, but he's dangerous. He has good power the other way. We saw him with a couple of balls into the seats at Wrigley. At least one of them was to left field. If memory serves me correctly.
Yep. I think it served you correctly.
It's easier there than here.
3-2 on its way, and that will get past Denorfia. Schwarber backing up the play. Belt around second. He's trying for 3. Relay throw. Late. Good effort by Schwarber and Russell, but they could not get Belt.
Once the ball got by Denorfia, I thought it was going to be an easy triple, but Schwarber's hustle made that play closer than I thought it was going to be. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He's standing there at third base with nobody out. A sinking line drive. Denorfia leaves his feet trying to make a play, does not get it. And off goes Belt. Schwarber on it in a hurry, quickly to Russell.
Infield in, and that is foul off the bat of Buster Posey. Giants, as I said a couple of times, have had a lead in 1 inning against the Cubs this year. Got a golden opportunity to lead for the first time tonight here in the 6th.
That's the only base runner the Giants have had since the first. It's been him both times. Single third, triple here. Nobody else has reached. Been a bunch of ground ball outs and 3 strikeouts for Kyle Hendricks.
That'll get it done. And then some, maybe. Coghlan can't get it. Posey will set up shop at second base. A go-ahead RBI double for the Giants catcher, and it's 3-2.
About staying long through the zone and extension. Big high finish after driving that ball over the head of Coghlan out there in right center. Posey had been in a bit of a funk. Delivers a big RBI double.
Triple double to lead off the 6th inning on a bird. back, 1-1. Red Sox shut out the White Sox tonight. 3-0 the final at U.S. Cellular Field. Rick Porcello, he just came off the DL, didn't he? Beat Nate Jones.
I do not know. Chris Sale was pitching for the White Sox tonight.
He had a sprained right triceps. Activated tonight, he got the win. Just about a month. Wish Don Orsillo the best. It was announced yesterday that he will not be returning to the Red Sox TV crew next year, but Don's one of my favorites, and I think he'll be out of work long.
Yeah, he had a really good run there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jerry Remy were
years,
tremendously popular in Boston.
Yeah,
surprised to hear that.
Two and two on Marlon Byrd. Strike three called on a fastball. It's the first out. Tomlinson has walked and struck out. Trouble, right field corner, fair. Posey will trot home. Tomlinson's got two. And the Giants have a two-run lead.
And for 4 innings, everything was on the ground, and now the Giants starting to elevate and drive the baseball here in the 6th. 3 extra base hits. And obviously, that first one by Belt, had Denorfia laid back, would have been a single. Just tried to make a play, came up empty. That turned into 3 bases, and then 2 solid doubles, one by Posey, and here's Tomlinson. All quiet in the Cub bullpen.
That is going to change here in a second. Coughlin on the move, and he makes the catch. Tomlinson to third, 2 outs. Tommy Hunter, James Russell heading out to the pen. Perez retired. Adrianza, the switch hitting shortstop. And tonight, for Brandon Crawford, will bat with 2 outs, a runner at third. Showed you the Giants' struggling record against top teams in the NL Central. They're just 10-15 against the Central. Cubs are 15-9 versus the West. Fun to look at the division records. Some of the contenders as Hendricks strikes out Adrians and the inning is over. 3 extra base hits and 2 runs. The Giants now lead 4-2. Of Chicago sports with the Cap and Haw Show presented by Horwitz and Associates, the only morning sports talk TV show in town. The Cap and Haw Show weekday mornings at 9 on CSN. Jake Peavy now with a 4-2 lead.
Well, I guess the biggest news of the night is the Cubs haven't hit a home run yet.
Right. Well, Miguel Montero has done that in each of the last 3 games. So strikeout victim each of his first 2 plate appearances, and he taps it foul behind the plate. Another sellout, 388 in a row, 41-640. Back into this beautiful ballpark.
Drop down that time from Peavy. His 3rd time through the order. He gets a little creative. Drop down changeup at 82 miles an hour. Catches Montero out in front.
Giants likely to get Tim Lincecum and Tim Hudson back from the DL right around September 1st, if not a day or 2 before that. September 1st is early next week. Hard to believe, isn't it? They'll go 4-3.
Yeah.
Oh, they have the kiss cam here at AT&T Park. And Mike, our camera guy, all of a sudden saying, oh, hey, I'll join in. And a big ovation here. The secret is that's his wife, Lisa. So worked out well. She got a good seat. strike to Denorfia.
Well, that's a sweet story. It was a better story when it was just two random people kissing.
Why is it better?
I don't know. It's kind of fun. She stole a kiss from the cameraman.
Opposite field base hit. Denorfia on for the second time.
Javier Lopez, the left-hander, jogging down to the Giant bullpen now. The right-hander Hunter Strickland was up earlier. He continues to throw.
Stella batting for Hendricks. Strike one.
Hendricks charged with 4 earned runs in 6 innings of work here tonight. Too early, too late, and a whole lot of good in between. He's on the wrong side of it right now.
One on, one out.
So you mentioned September 1st. Yeah, so that would be Tuesday. September call-ups. Rosters will expand. No doubt we'll add some pitching.
Line shot the other way, and Aoki lost it in the lights. That ball's going to get to the wall. Denorfia to third. It's a double for La Stella.
Well, there was a misplay on a pop-up double in the first inning that contributed to the Cubs' 2-run first, and now Jake Peavy staring daggers out there towards the outfield as this line drive by La Stella eludes Aoki, and he's a good defender. I'm sure the lights played a part in this one. A little bit of a misread, though, I thought, and at the end of it, he just couldn't see the baseball.
So we're going to give him an error. I usually err on the side of error, but if he can't see that, and they might have to ask him after the game, I think that should be a double. Hard to catch, but you can't
that's
see.
Ironic, right? That the pop-up,
yep,
that Schwarber went, they rule a double, and that one's an error. And Stella hit that ball really well.
Pitching change in the 7th. Cubs threatening, down 2. Got 2 in scoring position, and the Cubs trail by a pair.
The Giants don't have a lot of hard throwers in their bullpen. They're somewhat unique in that regard, but this guy can. He can light up the radar gun. He's upper 90s with that fastball at times. Also throws a slider and a changeup. As we've noted many times here in the second half, the new and improved Addison Russell much better at handling velocity over the last month or so than he was earlier in the season.
Field will play back. That's a ground ball to Belt. He could think about throwing home. You see up the middle, they're just trying to keep that tying run from scoring. From second, Denorthia at third. LaStella is at second. Swing and a miss by the new Papa.
Yeah. Dial it up a notch. Lost in all that analysis of Aoki out there in the lights was a heck of a swing by Tommy LaStella, by the way, with 2 strikes. See if Russell can make it pay off here. Could be one and done for Strickland, with Schwarber due up next.
Part of that core 4 out there in the bullpen. Romo and Lopez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's huge for Strickland.
Last couple of innings, the Cubs have had some chances, and the Giant pitchers have made big-time pitches. Peavy striking out Anthony Rizzo in the 6th with runners on first and third for the second out. And now Strickland blowing away Addison Russell with that high fastball for the second out here in the 7th.
Strickland did his job. Lopez, the lefty, coming in to face Schwarber, will be back.
For the 60th time, and having a nice year. You see 59 appearances, but only 32 2/3. So a lefty specialist, and he's been awfully good at it. He has not allowed a home run this year. He's an extreme ground ball pitcher who's taking it to even further extremes this year. Balls in play against him 71% of the time are on the ground, which is off the charts. League average somewhere in the low to mid 40s.
Second and third, 2 outs. Lefty lefty. Lopez to Schwarber. Swing and a miss.
Trying to find a way to force him to elevate. Sinkers, sliders, tough angle for a left-handed hitter with that drop-down delivery.
Two teams ahead of the Cubs, both winning tonight. Pirates earlier, 7-2 at Miami. The Cardinals just finished off the Diamondbacks 3-1. John Lackey got the win. 1-2. Trevor Rosenthal got his 40th save. Base hit to the outfield. They tie it up. Here it is. He got him. The Strickland fans rustle. Lopez gets Schwarber. And the Giants maintain their 4-2 lead as we hit the 7th inning stretch. Tag North Side Data Strong fan, you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. It is National Dog Day. Woof.
It's a dog's life.
Tommy La Stella is now playing third. Chris Bryant has gone to center, it looks like. And I think that's it, other than the pitcher, Travis Wood, now on the mound.
Travis has seen that ERA climb on him recent outings. Twice against Atlanta he gave up runs, an inning and a third back on August 20th on one-run baseball. Then a couple days later, 2/3 of an inning, he allowed 4 hits and 3 runs, including a home run. Chris Bryant back out there in center field. We saw him out there very early in the year in Pittsburgh. Pretty clutch pitching by Strickland and Lopez there in the top half of the inning.
Two strikes on Maxwell.
Maxwell has power. He can hit the ball a long way, but there's a lot of swing and miss there. It's a bit of a long swing. He's a long guy. Been good in the pinch. Broke in with the Nationals in 07.
Strike 3 called. So your analysis of Kyle Hendricks, 4 runs in 6 innings.
Yeah, it's funny. It seems to me in the last couple of years, well, the time he's been here, he's had a lot of starts like this where a high percentage of his base runners score. There's a little bit of bad luck when that happens. He cruised through the middle innings with allowing just the 1 base runner and got ambushed there in the 6th. There was a play in the 1st, that play where Russell tried to make the force at 2nd. Maybe he has a shot at Perez at 1st on that ground ball. So I guess to answer your question, I would say better than the numbers ultimately will show. 4 runs in 6 innings, probably not good enough when you look at the numbers, but thought he settled in nicely after that 1st.
Missed outside.
And even with the injuries, this is a pretty tough lineup.
Yep.
Posey, Bird's dangerous.
Castro's got it. Feeds Rizzo. Two outs, and now Duffy walked, stole a base, scored a run in the 1st, appeared to tweak his ankle on a pick attempt. It has remained in the game. Sergio Romo, slider specialist, getting set for the 8th. Some Cub fans out there, when they hear the term slider specialist out of my mouth, they think of one guy, Michael Wirtz. Remember Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Invariably, I would drop slider specialist on him, and I guess we could say that about Romo. One of your best friends, Larry Anderson, the human slider.
He was a slider monster. Romo throws the slider about 60% of the time.
Well, minor league notes: the Eugene Emeralds in first place in their division. They have 10 games left in the second half. First year of their affiliation with the Cubs in the Northwest League. Down along the right field line, long run. Coughlin dives, and he makes a catch. And that will end the inning. Nicely done, Chris Coughlin. We go to the 8th, 4-2 Giants.
the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet.
Maxwell stays in and plays left. Aoki done for the night. And here is veteran right-hander Sergio Romo.
You see those splits against them. That slider's chewed up right-handed hitters, but lefties have had their way with them. They're hitting .444 against them. This could be a one and done for Romo with a couple of lefties, Coughlin and Rizzo, to follow Castro. And Giants without Jeremy Affeldt now. The other part of that veteran 1-2 left-handed punch out there in that bullpen for so many years.
Josh Osich. Up in their bullpen. Yeah, we'll see if it's a one batter and out for Romo, or Bruce Bochy wants to kind of give him this 8th inning.
Might depend on whether Castro reaches.
It was foul through that bullpen.
That's the difficulty for Bochy now without Affeldt. You know, you've got Lopez, who's really good at retiring left-handed hitters. Affeldt, one of those lefties who's good against both right and left. But Osich has not been around a long time. He hasn't been in a lot of these late-game, high-leverage situations. Well, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you go for the platoon advantage, or do you trust a guy like Romo, who's been out there at the end of so many games?
Running hard, and Adrianza just able to get him. They'll bring up Coughlin. This is the only game going on right now. Everything else is finished. Giving you a lot of the final scores. Orioles beat the Royals in Kansas City 8-5. So Baltimore snaps its 6-game losing streak. 3 2-run homers for Baltimore. 5 homers in all. Two and one.
Heck of a play by Coughlin to end the bottom half of the 7th. The Cubs have played some sparkling defense here tonight.
Softly rolled to second. Tomlinson makes the play.
And if they just sparkled a little bit more, had Denarfia been able to catch that ball out there in left center that he left his feet for, that would have been the play of the night.
Rizzo, nobody on, 2 outs. Nelson Cruz hit his 39th homer. Back Felix Hernandez in the Mariners' 8-2 win over Oakland. And Felix now 15-8. Swing and a miss.
Wicked movement on that 2-seam fastball tonight.
Jason Kipnis homered for the Indians in a 6-2 win over Milwaukee. One lined and caught by Tomlinson. Rizzo hit it hard, but right at the Giants' second baseman. He's 0 for 4 tonight, and it's still 4-2 Giants. Go tomorrow afternoon on CSN. Then we're off to Los Angeles for the weekend. Back home to play the Reds and the Diamondbacks with 4 of those 6 games right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Travis Wood continues on, bottom of the 8th. Giants lead 4-2. One other note on the out-of-town board: the Rockies beat Atlanta 6-3. Two teams not going anywhere, but the big story there is Shelby Miller took the loss. 0-10 with a 3.24 his last 18 starts. Ouch.
He's probably coming around on that whole pitcher win thing.
You're right.
You put him in the corner of the guys that think the win is an overrated stat.
That is a pretty remarkable run. I want to say mid-May, right? 3 months since his last win. An all-star. Belt got that 6th inning rally started with a triple on a ball. Chris Denorfia made a diving attempt to catch, couldn't get it. Ball rolled to the wall. He would score on the Posey double. 2 batters after that, Tomlinson would double home Posey to give the Giants this lead as Belt strikes out. Number 2 for Wood. Posey, Bird, Tomlinson, bunch of righties coming up, so Joe's going to go with Tommy Hunter. Solid work, Travis Wood. San Francisco leads 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th.
numbers. 50 games with the Orioles and the Cubs. 3-2 with a 4.02 earned run average. 51 hits, 13 walks, 41 punch-outs, and 53 2/3. Last night here, he worked 2/3 of an inning, faced 5 batters, allowed a couple hits and 3 runs. A walk and a strikeout. Wasn't sharp, obviously, but there was some soft contact against him in that game as well.
Breaking ball, strike to Posey. Deep right. Conlon took a look back. Now on the track, he's got it. It's a little tricky out there with some interesting angles, different surfaces, bricks, the padding. Can get a bit treacherous for a right fielder.
An outfielder here with a fly ball pitcher on the mound. You get your running in. A big yard. Ooh, great pitch. Deemed to be a little outside, perhaps.
Top players may borrow that onesie for the trip home Sunday. Might have to tailor it a bit.
The old baby in a glove. Hunter threw 25 pitches in the ball game last night. He'd had 2 days prior off.
Line into center. Bryant will cut it off. Second hit of the series. Second reach of the night for Marlon Byrd. Back. Mid-90s heat from Tommy Hunter. Nice to come back tonight. You've got to face Madison Bumgarner, the Giants ace, tomorrow.
The Cubs are unbeaten in their last 6 road series. 4 wins, a couple of splits.
Well, you saved that one. We were doing our dueling factoids. We didn't drop that on back in the 4th or 5th. Swing and a miss, and the 8th inning is over. We go to the 9th. Cubs trail by 2. Santiago Casilla coming out for the Giants. By John Walsh, Dave Turner, Tamara Anderson here in San Francisco. Thanks for staying up late. And the Cubs trying to make a late comeback. Santiago Casilla seeking his 31st save. He's 35 years old. Chris Bryant bounces foul past third.
Yeah, Casilla doesn't have the stuff, nor does he have the numbers that, you know, a lot of closers do, and you're going against a man, we got no chance. The fact that he's blown 5 saves, got an ERA of 3.6, got a high walk rate.
Oh, 2.
Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it's doable. Sometimes you get the sense against these closers that you got no chance.
Handful of appearances with Oakland. 04, 05, 06. Swing and a miss as he gets Bryant.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty there.
He's been a very busy guy since 07. 3 years with Oakland. 46, 51, 46 appearances, and at least 49 per year. With the Giants since joining them 2010. In the air, left field. Maxwell, a long run, and I'll tell you, Duffy almost got there from third base. Okay, so where that ball landed, watch how far away he is from the tarp. You remember the video we had earlier this year of Nolan Arenado climbing on that tarp? It was here in San Francisco. Think about how long a run that was. Wow. One of the best catches we've seen. Casilla loses his hat, but the ball is in the glove, which is all that matters. 2 outs. Dexter Fowler, a rare night out of the starting lineup. Just a little banged up. Fouled a ball off his right leg last night. Got hit by a pitch on the right hand on Monday.
Cubs had some chances in the middle innings of this ball game. Leadoff walk to Norfie in the 5th. Kyle Hendricks failed to get the bunt down. And then Addison Russell bounced into a double play. At 1st and 3rd and the 6th with 1 out. Peavy made some clutch pitches to strike out Rizzo. And then back-to-back strikeouts of Russell and Schwarber in the 7th with men on 2nd and 3rd.
0-2.
That was Strickland and Lopez combining. That's a clutch pitching by the Giants.
Well, Casilla sure has been sharp. 7 pitches, 7 strikes, and a lot of quality. 0-2. They got him. Wow. That was dominating. So the Giants, for the first time this season, beat the Cubs, who end their 6-game winning streak. Chance to win the series. It won't be easy tomorrow, facing Madison Bumgarner, but Cubs have been a resilient bunch. Only their 5th loss, their last 26 tries.
Yeah, it's a heck of a run, and just, you know, good ball game here tonight. Could have turned those plays I referenced, those opportunities. They just weren't able to cash them in, and not that the Cub hitters had bad at bats. There's just some really clutch pitching by the Giant pitchers in those situations.
So our Binny's Beverage Depot toast of the game, we're going to give it to the starter and winner for the Giants, Jake Peavy. In the 6-game season series, he's the only Giant starter to get past 5 innings. He went 6 1/3.
And it did not start well for him. Kyle Schwarber started the game with an infield